All right, we're here again with the coaching staff for the winning team, Mona High School. First of all, coaches, congratulations on making it to the second round and on the win today. Firstly, speak to me about today's performance.
I think it was a good performance. I think we were able to utilize all our different systems that we utilize in the games. We were able to hold the defense and convert. Then we went to full attack and press from the very beginning, and it reaped rewards. Just grateful for my team that we have here, Byron and Dane.
So Jonathan Grant, not necessarily the best opposition you guys will come up with. Speak to me about how important it is to, set aside easy opposition and what can you take from a game like today?
Well, as you know, when you play teams, you don't really watch easy opposition. We just put them away. As Clive Loud would say, when you get teams that are not so as talented as the other teams, like the Georges and those teams, you just put them away. And when we get them, because the team is working so good as a unit in training, you don't really get that problem, and we can adjust to any condition that we play under with any team, So it's a good core youth, and I'm very happy to be with them in this time.
All right, and coming into this round, obviously it was a seeding system. How would you have felt when you would have Jonathan Grant, based on the seeding matchups?
No, we were pleased having drawn Jonathan Grant. We knew they weren't a strong team and that they would have issues with us because as we started off from the game, went into full press and got them on their heels quickly. We had, I think, the first 2 goals were in the first 5 minutes of the game, so we knew we could control the game from that way.
All right, and coach, even before looking forward to the quarterfinals, you guys have this team again. What is the mentality? What will you be telling the boys when they come up against Jonathan Grant again in a couple of days?
One of the things that is important is to respect your opponent. The ball is round, and you always have to respect your opponent and appreciate that they're here to play and they're here to win. So you have to play to win. You have to play to the system and you have to follow the instructions. What's important is, as you notice, we pull our starting team in the first 20 minutes of the second half so that I could get rest, because that's what we want to ensure that we do. We have a good rested team to go through. And I'm just grateful for the staff that we have here, the principal, Dane, Byron, Carlos, Matthew, all the last year players that support and help us throughout this process, Whisper, all of them that's here pushing the team and getting them on target.
All right, and lastly, obviously looking forward into the quarterfinals. What can you guys take off this game and then the next game that you guys will play in a couple of days, going into the quarterfinals, which will be, finally some competitive football for Mona? What will you guys take from these 2 games against Jonathan Grant?
Not sure what we'll take away from it. What we're happy with is the system that we played, and that all the players, including the boys we brought off of the bench, were in tune with the system and we're playing what we wanted to do. And because we were able to do what we wanted to do, of course it created chances and therefore the goals came. So we're happy that they followed through and played the system. So that's the main takeaway from these 2 games. They're following the system and this system will carry us right through. So we believe anyway.
You've played, the entire first round. You've seen the teams and the competition. What are the odds of Mona taking it all this year?
Well, the odds are high. We have a strong team. Even though our backline is average age 17, they've been playing 3-4 years of Money Cup. That's what happens when you start them early and build them early. And they understand each other, they support each other. One of the things Dane and I were saying is when the starters came off, they were there on the bench supporting the reserves and pushing them on and motivating them. And that's what a championship team needs. And if we can continue on that vein, I'm sure we'll go far.
All right, coach. Congrats again. A good game.